Hey guys, firstly apologies if my voice sounds a bit weird. I seem to have come down with a sore throat since yesterday evening, which is bloody great, and I feel a bit crap today, so just bear with me. But I wanted to do the second part of my cutting Q&A. So again, the same format as the last one. I'm just going to read out the questions and then give you my answers. Sorry about the reflection in my glasses also. So, can you go back to basics and just explain the overall process? I've always tried to keep fit and healthy, but only just started to try and be more systematic in my workouts and have a goal which is based on getting stronger rather than just losing weight. Okay, so by getting stronger, do you mean are you trying to build some muscle, or just not change your size but get stronger? Because I don't know, it's kind of hard to not put on any muscle and also get stronger. I mean, you can get a bit stronger, but you know, you kind of need to build muscle to get a lot stronger. And if you're trying to do that, I recommend that you eat more than you would need to maintain where you're at right now. So you need to watch my how to calculate your calories and macros video to work out your maintenance level calories and macros, and then add some more. Add more calories to that, and you want to be training to get stronger. The best way I would recommend to do that is to focus on your compound lifts. So it's kind of the same as bulking. It's, you know, you want to be doing your squats, your deadlifts, your bench press, overhead press for your shoulders, shrugs, you can do dips, pull-ups, and yeah, focus on that kind of stuff and doing as heavy as you can. You can do 8 to 12 kind of rep range, but if like I always say, if you hit 12, the next set, move up. So you know, if you're doing bodyweight pull-ups or dips, you can get a weight belt and start adding plates to that and build strength that way. And obviously if you're using dumbbells or a barbell, just add some weight on. If you hit the 12 mark, you need to be going up. Don't be afraid to lift heavier, because if you're a female, it's not going to be very easy to put huge amounts of muscle on. And even when you do, you're never going to look like a bloke. The only way that you can start looking manly is if you're taking steroids, and you're not, are you? So don't be afraid to lift heavy. Eat well, eat good for you stuff, you know, the usual kind of stuff. So you've got your lean meats and your rice, potatoes, sweet potato, vegetables, some fruits, but be careful with fruit because it is sugar, so you kind of want to eat your fruits kind of around, like maybe breakfast and then around your workouts if you're going to eat it. And yeah, eat well like that, but eat a lot, because you will need the food for energy and to help build your strength. So that is how I would recommend you do it. If that's not, if you wanted more info, just put a comment on this video and I'll answer you. I think that covers it. So next question, what supplements do you use? I use quite a few actually. You don't have to, but I just like to make sure that I'm getting all the nutrients that I need. And I've got a couple of added supplements at the moment because I'm cutting, so that just helps you a little with fat loss. Not magic pills though, nothing is magic. So I take a multivitamin, I take a fish oil supplement, I take a hair, skin and nails supplement, I take a joint care supplement, and what else do I take? I do use protein powder, usually only after a workout or when it's not convenient to eat, I'll have a protein shake instead. Other supplements, so I take my BCAAs, and what else do I take? At the moment I'm taking CLA, because that's helpful for fat loss, and I also have some liquid L-carnitine which I like to use, and I think that's it. It sounds like quite a lot, but they're kind of basics. You don't have to take them. You could get the nutrition that you need and all the vitamins and minerals that you need from your diet, but I just like to make sure that I'm getting all of those by taking my supplements. What's my macro split? Okay, so at the moment, I believe I did mention this on my calories and macros video a little while ago, but I have about a split of about 40-40-20, so that's 40% protein, 40% carbs and 20% fats. Fats are higher in calories per gram than carbs and proteins are, so that's why that's lower, but they're still essential. You need fat in your diet to be healthy. So 40-40-20, and that's pretty standard, I would say. Pretty standard. Sometimes, if I was bulking, I'd probably have a higher percentage of carbs than protein, but yeah, because I'm not bulking, 40-40-20 is what it is. What's the next question? I've just started my cut and it's tough. How do you combat cravings? Like I said in the previous video, I don't really have that many cravings, but because I have a carb refeed once a week, so I lower my fats a bit and I lower my protein a bit and I have more carbs, that really helps with any cravings that you get, I think. You just kind of feel better because carbs make you feel good, don't they? So I have my cheat meal included in that day, because usually what I want to cheat with has lots of carbs in it. So essentially I get a cheat meal once a week and extra carbs every Sunday. My battery's gonna die. Sorry, back in a sec. Okay, sorry. Battery replaced. Let's continue. So, combating cravings. Yeah, so because of my carb refeed and my cheat meal on Sundays, I think that really helps me to get through the week. So if I do have any cravings, which isn't that often, but if I do, I just kind of think to myself, right, it's only a few days and then I can have that if I want it on Sunday. So that's a really good way to deal with it. If you have a really sweet tooth, and you don't feel like you can get through to Sunday or whenever you decide to do your carb refeed, then there are things like Options hot chocolate. I don't know if you have those outside of the UK, but they're like really, really low calorie kind of hot chocolate mixes that you just mix with hot water, and those are really good if you've got a really sweet craving. But yeah, other than that, that's all I do really. How long were you bulking before you started cutting? I didn't do a very long bulk last time actually. I only did probably like 5 months or something like that. And I would have done longer, but I decided that I wanted to try and get my body fat lower, try and get myself a bit leaner before I continue to bulk, because the idea is that once I start bulking again, I'll be able to maintain a slightly leaner physique. That only works if you're eating well. If you're eating loads of junk food and stuff, then obviously I'll put the fat back on, but that's the idea, so that's why I didn't do a very long bulk last time. Next time I bulk, which I guess will be like at the end of the summer when I start, I'm planning to do a much longer bulk, to really put some size on. So yeah, next question. That is not a question. Next question. Just curious as to your motivation to cut. Are you thinking of competing, or is it just because summer is coming? It's, yeah, like I said, so I just wanted to lean out a bit so that I can, when I bulk again, I can maintain a slightly leaner physique. I also wanted to do it for me because obviously with my kind of eating disorder type thing, in the past, I haven't felt like I could do a proper cut before this point, just because I wasn't sure that that I was strong enough mentally to do it without getting weird about my food again. But I felt ready now, so that's one reason. I'm not thinking of competing this year. Maybe next year, if I feel like my physique is good enough. I don't really feel like my physique is good enough yet. There's some things I want to work on. I want to build my shoulders more. Legs need more mass, I think, more definition there, and lower back possibly as well, and other bits, I don't know. Maybe I'm just being a perfectionist, but I don't know. So it's not really, I mean, it timed nicely with the whole like summer coming thing, but it wasn't really because I wanted to be lean for summer. It just kind of worked out that way. What's your motivation and how do you overcome laziness? Why did you choose bodybuilding? Motivation, it just comes from within, I think. I'm really passionate about health and fitness, and I wanted to help others to achieve their health and fitness goals. I wanted to inspire and help to educate people in the different kind of facets of health and fitness. I wanted to help people with their form and how to do certain exercises, because I don't think enough people kind of tell people how to do things correctly. And yeah, for me personally, it's just a lifestyle that I love, and I couldn't imagine not going and working out and not eating well and not doing bulks and cuts. It's just, I just love it. And I feel really good as well. It makes me feel really kind of alive. How do I overcome laziness? I just don't sit down. I think I said this in one of my other videos for, I did like a how to stay motivated video a while back now. If you're interested in that, go check it out on my channel. Essentially, I just don't sit down, so I'm not that lazy generally, unless it's at the end of the day when I've done loads of work, I've done loads of stuff, and then I sit down. And once I've sat down and I've got all comfortable, I really find it hard to get up and go do stuff again. So I just try not to sit down. So you know, when I come home from work, it's like 6 o'clock in the evening at the earliest when I get home, and essentially then I need to go to the gym. So instead of sitting down and eating or whatever first, I have something on the train to eat, and then I'll eat some like kind of fast release carbs, like maybe a banana or something. As soon as I get home, I will get changed, get my gym bag, and go and just do it. And then I know that when I come home, then I can sit down. And so that's just how I handle it. I'd say if you want something bad enough, you will always find a way to do it. And you won't be that lazy about it. You might have your kind of days where you feel more lazy or you don't want to do stuff, but you'll do it anyway because you want what you're working towards enough that you will push through anyway. Why did I choose bodybuilding? I just like lifting weights, guys. I like the muscular look, not like the steroidal look for women, but I like the way that muscle looks on women. I like bodybuilding because you get that the kind of merves, the muscle and curves look. You know, if I was doing CrossFit, I'd be really thick around the middle and there wouldn't be so much of an hourglass shape. So I like bodybuilding for that reason, but I just really like lifting weights. It's fun, it feels good, you feel like, you know, really strong and you feel like a badass, and that's great. Okay, so is it safe to do a little bit of abs every day? Yeah, why not? I mean, there's no right or wrong way to train really, you just got to listen to your body. I don't do everyday abs, but I tend to, if I do abs, I'll tend to do like 5 to 10 minutes at the end of a workout. And that's just how I like to do it. So I would do like every other day or slightly more frequently than that. Is totally fine to do a little bit of abs at the end of every workout. Just see how you feel. Maybe if your abs are feeling like really sore, then you can skip a day, but yeah, go for it. That's also not a question. Okay, so I'm still trying to bulk up and get stronger because I just recently started to train harder. Everyone keeps saying I need to start cutting, but I would rather keep bulking and getting stronger. Is there a way to do both? No, you can't do both. You can't bulk and cut at the same time. They're completely different things. One is to put on mass, one is to take off fat. You can't do both. I mean, you can, when you're an absolute beginner, you will get kind of a body recomposition phase where, you know, because you're training more and you're eating differently, you will start to put on muscle and possibly lose some fat. But you can't continue to do that forever. Once you've got past the beginner gains, that's kind of going to stop. So you're going to need to choose one. And I always say this to people, you've got to make your mind up what you want to do. So either you're wanting to put on muscle mass or you're wanting to lose fat. Don't try and do both at the same time because it's just really, really, really hard. I mean, why would you try and focus on both at the same time? Pick one, focus on that. So you sound like you want to continue to put on size and you want to bulk. So continue bulking. Don't listen to anybody else. You can continue bulking for as long as you want. I mean, most people recommend that you bulk for a long period of time anyway, like at least a year, because it takes a really long time to put on muscle. You're only going to put on about probably 0.5 kilogram per month of actual muscle mass. It's slow going. Any faster than that and you're probably putting on quite a bit of fat as well. But yes, so pick one and go for that. I think you should just continue bulking until you feel like you're at a point where you're happy to stop bulking and start stripping the fat off, and then you will do a cut. Cutting you shouldn't do for a really, really long period of time. Like I'm doing 16 weeks, some people do 20, but that's about the maximum. And then you can maintain for a while and then start bulking again, but don't try and do both. What calories and macros split do you follow for a deficit which still enables you to maintain muscle? So the calories thing is going to be different for everybody because it depends on how much you weigh and how much activity level, like how high your activity level is to begin with. So like I keep saying, check out my calories and macros calculation video, and figure out your maintenance calories, and then what you want to do if you're going to cut, you need to drop your calories from there. So you've got your maintenance level calories. I think for me it was about 2,000 and something, maybe 2,100 or something like that. And then I recommend that you just really gradually each week take some calories off. So like literally about 50 to 100 calories. Probably 50 is best, just really gradually, because then you're not putting your body in a state of shock where it thinks that suddenly you're not getting enough food and that it should hold on to its fat stores for dear life. You're gradually changing it so that it's not a shock. That will help you to lose the fat. Macro split, like I said, 40-40-20. When you are decreasing your calories, I would say that it would mostly come from your carbs. So protein, you want about 1 gram per pound of body weight, and you want to keep it like that because protein is what's going to help you to firstly feel fuller for longer, and also to help you maintain muscle. Muscle is protein. Protein is the building block of muscle. So keep that consistent, and then you will drop your carbs because the carbs are really the only thing that your body can do without. You need fats for your joints and for just general health, but you don't need loads because of how many calories are in a gram of fat. So yeah, it's getting too hot again. Yeah, remove the carbs gradually. Right, I need to turn this off for a little bit because it's overheating, but I will be back. What's up? I am back. My camera has sufficiently cooled down enough for me to finish answering these questions. So the next one I've got is, how many times would be good to train the booty? I personally do twice a week. So it was just checking that the lipstick was still on. Yeah, I personally do twice a week booty training. Some people don't specifically train booty, some people just do overall leg days, but I like to split mine up into quads, hamstrings and glutes, so I train all of those twice a week. It's really up to you. You can train booty as much as you like, I suppose. If you're trying to focus on booty, I would recommend that you do it more and that you do more glute isolation work, like hip thrusts and glute bridges and kickbacks, booty blasters. You can find all of those on either on my YouTube channel or on my Instagram page. You have a lot of like glute workouts on there. But yeah, it's up to you, really. Twice a week is good for me. I feel like I've seen quite a lot of progress in that area from doing twice a week, but whatever works for you, just experiment, see what works best for you. Okay, next question. What's a full day of eating now compared to before cutting? I just ate a lot more. I ate a lot more carbs. I had more, like I would eat rice, I would eat a bigger portion of porridge in the morning. I don't eat any rice now, it's really low carb now. I would occasionally have some bread, don't do that anymore. And I would just eat more often, so now I'm having like 6 meals a day, and fairly small meals. And before I would have probably 7 or 8 meals a day, and they'd all be bigger as well, because I was eating about I would say about 1,000 calories more than I'm eating right now. So I was just eating a lot more, and it was great. What else? How many times do you do cardio, and how have your workouts varied from pre-cutting? So my workouts I've got the same split, and they are fairly similar. It's just that now I'm doing a lot of supersets, a lot of triceps, minimal rest times, and more. So I'm doing more along the 8-12 rep range, and incorporating more higher rep range. So doing like 2 maybe, or maybe 3 exercises where I'm doing like 15 to 25 reps, but I'm still doing as heavy as I can within those rep ranges. So I'm not just doing a lightweight and making it easy. Like, it's still hard, because I'm still trying to keep my strength up. I don't really want to lose any strength if I can. Yeah, so I'm just not doing as many like low rep, high weight kind of sets, apart from like bench press. I'll tend to add a few really heavy sets in there, and maybe some really heavy squats, because I like heavy squats, and also some deadlifts. Like the compound moves I might do heavy still, but everything else is lower weight, higher reps. And yeah, keeping it intense. It's all about keeping the intensity up, but therefore keeping your heart rate up, which helps you to expend energy and therefore burn fat. Where are we? Yeah. Okay. So the last person has asked, how do you carb cycle, and is it worth doing? I've never really done a carb cycle, just because I think that I feel like you probably lose fat slower doing a carb cycle. It works for some people, it works really well, but I feel like us ladies struggle with fat loss more than men do. Men seem to, quite a few men that I've spoken to, do well with carb cycling, but I don't know that many women who incorporate carb cycling. I do my carb refeed once a week, but that's it. So I have one day where it's higher carbs but a bit less protein and a bit less fat, and the rest of the time I'm consistent, and that works for me. I think if you're carb cycling, the thing is that on the higher carb days you are replenishing glycogen within your muscles. If that becomes filled up and you're still eating more carbs, then you might put a bit of weight on rather than take it off. And it will take you, and even if you don't, it will take you a bit longer to use up those glycogen stores again to start losing fat, because here's the thing, the glycogen stores that are created by carb consumption are the energy that your muscles use for exercise and just general day-to-day movement, etc. Before all else. So if you've got glycogen in your muscles, it will use that up before it goes to fat storage. So if you're eating more carbs on more days of the week, then I feel like you're going to lose less fat. But that's just me. Like, some people, like I said, do well with carb cycling. If you're interested in it, then you can give it a go, but I don't do that. I just do the one carb refeed, so I can't really explain how you would go about it. I think it's like a 4 days lower carb, 3 days higher carb type thing. It's just like that. So you would just probably have, maybe you would have less protein and less fat on those higher carb days, like I'm doing with my 1 day carb refeed. I don't know, I haven't really looked into it that much because I didn't want to do it. I struggle so much knowing what sorts of things to eat and what not to. You just got to stick to the clean stuff. Clean. So the higher the nutrient density, the better it is going to be for you. The cleaner it's going to be for you. So I like to stick with sweet potato and fruit, I guess. Fruit, but obviously again watch the sugar content. Rice is pretty good. Normal potato is pretty, I can't talk. Normal potato is pretty good. Yeah, you just want to stay away from things like, oops, I kicked it, sorry. You just want to stay away from things like bread and pasta, and sweets, chocolate, candy, donuts, pizza, all of those kind of things. Anything that's bready or sugary, they're not your best choices. Yeah, that's about it really. It's pretty simple, I think. Once you know what's not great and what is a better choice, you just stick with those. You don't have I guess there's not a really wide array of options available to you for better, cleaner carbs, but you can do a lot with a sweet potato. I don't know. You just kind of, I don't know, you just get used to it. Yeah. Okay, so I think those are all the questions, but if you have any other questions that I didn't answer, comment below on this video, and I will answer you. And if I get, a ton of questions, I'll probably do another Q&A. If you've got any questions not related to cutting, also ask those. I can certainly do a different kind of Q&A, just a general Q&A. I don't know if you want to get to know me or anything else to do with health and fitness or whatever, just let me know. If you could give this video a thumbs up, that would really help me, because you don't really get anything on YouTube unless people like your videos and engage with it. So just putting it out there. Subscribe for more and turn on the notifications to get alerts when I post something new on here. I try to do at least once a week, but I'm more or less getting 2 up per week. So yeah, and that I guess is it. So thank you for watching, I hope it was helpful, and I will see you in the next one.